iron ore, copper, and all types of mineral resources belong to the land. That's why when they came to Africa, they did not steal our women or our men. They stole the land. They knew women and men will come with the land. That's why we need to start from where they started when they offended us. We need to take the land, because once we take the land, they will start respecting us.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is part 2 of part 1. It's about Julius Malema visit to West Africa. He was in Liberia, so that was in the part 1 video. I'm going to react on the Ghana one. He has given a very powerful speech in Ghana that I like, and I want to talk about it. He was asked a lot of questions. First of all, he said Africa is for us all, and he was happy to be in Ghana, and no one can stop him from being in Ghana or coming to Ghana, and no one has done it. We are free to move around as Africans, so he is there. And somebody asked a question that they said he disliked white. It's the same question like the one in Liberia one. And he has answered the question, and he said it is wrong and it is not true. All the freedom fighters are fighting for is for Africa to be for Africans. We can have partnership, but we cannot give our land to other people. He was saying that when the colonizers came, they came for our resources. But when they were looting the resources, they said, oh no, let's take the people as well. So the people will work on the resources for us. So we're getting free resources and we're getting free labor as well. That will work. And not only that, but when they were taking them, they chained them in tents so they cannot fight. So they put them together in tents. So if the boat, there's something wrong with the boat, they think, oh, it's too heavy. So they would dump 10 in the ocean. Or sometimes they would dump 20 in the ocean just for the boat to feel a bit better. They will not even check whether the boat is heavy or not. Those people couldn't fight because they were chained. They couldn't fight for their own dignity, their life. Today, we are not chained. So we have mouth, we have hand, we have legs to fight. He didn't put it that way, but that's how I will put it. To fight for our freedom. We should not let people scare us. He is not scary about anyone because he owns no one. No one is supporting him that they will say, okay, I'm supporting you and you are saying this and that, so I'm taking my money back. When he's leaving Ghana, no one will say that, oh, when you went to Ghana, you said something I don't like, and so I want my money or I want this thing back. No, we should not be afraid to speak there.
In ourselves, at least be an individually liberated African who is not scared of colonizers, who is not scared of white people, who doesn't worship the establishment, who calls a spade a spade. That is the only way Africa will be respected. This continent is one. They might think they divided it. I can guarantee you now, like we saw when Ghana got liberated in South Africa, we said one day it will happen. It came many years after, but eventually it came. The unity of this continent is going to come. And when we call on each other to come into each other's countries, we must embrace that with ease. Me being here in Ghana, I don't feel like...
They should not be the EFF members in Ghana should speak their mind and fight for the right of the people. He also gave an example that J.J. Lawrence, Kwame Nkrumah, they have fight and they've left. They can't fight anymore. Therefore, those who are here now should not forget the people that were chained. that couldn't fight. We are not changed. He's not scared of death. What he's scared of is for him to be scared of death and not to do his work. So he's not scared. He would rather do his job, say what is in his mind, what is right for them to put it here. When they come, he will tell them, put it here and let it end it there. He also tells them they should not be afraid of those illiterate soldiers that sometimes they give them guns to go around and be deleting people. I don't think he's talking about Ghana per se, but in general, in this context, he's talking about Africa in general. The illiterate that they put gun in their hands and they ask them to go around and they delete their fellow brothers and sisters in the name of they are speaking against the government who is not looking after them, the government who are corrupt and looking after the other people and not their people. He said they should not be afraid of them. They should speak their mind. Whenever they feel fear, they should think about the people who were chained and they cannot speak. They have their mouth now, so they have to speak now. It was very powerful. Please listen to the rest of the messages that he gave. Thank you so much.
Start respecting us. You will never be respected if you don't own property. It doesn't matter if all of us in South Africa own property. As long as the people of Namibia, as long as the people of Ghana do not own the land, then our land ownership is meaningless, because when you go to the USA, they don't see South African, they see an African. West, they can't differentiate between South Africa and Ghana. That's why all of us must reclaim the land and the mineral resources of the land and the natural resources of the land, so that when we move all over the world, when they see a black person, they should know these are the property owners of their own continent.
Yes, Julius Malema said we should take back the land. When they came and they took the land, the resources, the minerals and everything in it, and then they take our people as well. So we should take the land. We should begin from where they started, by taking the land. If you don't have a home, you are nobody. We can travel around the world. If our home is not prepared or is not good, no one will respect us. So we should take the land. And when we take the land, because they know by taking the land, the women, the men will come. So by taking the land, we will all go back home and we will be respected. I think that was very powerful.
Continent by force. And they could not chain you as an individual. They have to chain you 10 by 10. When the sea goes crazy and the boat can't stand the wind, they're thinking maybe it's overweight. In the middle of the sea, they take 10 of you, they push you out of the boat so that the boat can sail with the remaining slaves. When the boat slave continues to continue to carry our people out of the continent, 10 of them pushed out, 20 of them pushed out, both their hands and feet chained. There is nothing so painful to die without a fight. That even when you know this shark is going to kill me, let me try, maybe I will be Moses and hold the mouth, and let that time the shark is attacking you, you die with dignity because you have put some sense of fight. But our people did not have that dignity. They died chained. And we are not here to impress anyone who wants to undermine the legacy and the struggles of.
So this part is funny, but is serious as well. He's saying that you can go out and vote You can go and shout and do everything till your face is purple. But if you come home and there's no food on the table, that work is useless. Your energy has been wasted. When you come home, there should be food on the table, there should be education, there should be electricity, there should be good health care. So, in other words, if all these people promise everything that they are saying they will give you, and you vote for them and you haven't seen that change, it means you have wasted your vote. And the people should not be afraid to say their mind. They should keep fighting. This is what the freedom fighters is about. And that's why they will not give up on freedom, because if one country is free and the other is not free, it's useless.
South Africa and Ghana. That's why all of us must reclaim the land and the mineral resources of the land and the natural resources of the land, so that when we move all over the world, when they see a black person, they should know these are the property owners of their own continent and their own land. So when we fight for economic freedom, we should do so without being ashamed. Because political freedom that Kwame Nkrumah achieved and generations after him achieved is meaningless without economic freedom. You can vote until you are purple. As long as there is no bread on the table, that vote is meaningless. You must vote when you arrive at home.
I'll end this video here. Thank you so much for your time. I'm not into it properly today, but I'm just trying to give this message out, because I have learned from it. I've learned that if we do not speak out for our ancestors who couldn't do anything because they were chained, then we are wasting our time. Secondly, if we are afraid of speaking our mind and we are following people blindly just because we are scared of them, and we are waiting for their approval to say that, yes, you are very good and we like you and we want you to be part of us, whereby you know these people are corrupt, then you are encouraging corruption, and that's what we don't want in the continent. I've also learned from this message that if I go out and vote, which I haven't voted for years and years now, because they are all elected, but if somebody votes and you haven't seen any change, then you have wasted your time. We have to vote for change, not for corruption. I've learned a lot, and I hope you have learned something out of this video as well. God bless you as always. If I come across anything that I think it will, awaken us, I will come here and share it so we can learn one or two things. God bless you. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
The table, that vote is meaningless. You must vote when you arrive at home. You must find bread. You must find free education. You must find quality public health. You must find reliable electricity, and not what we experienced earlier on. We must make sure that we own everything that belongs to us. So Africans, I don't care how many we are, we must believe in ourselves. At least be an individually liberated African who is not scared of colonizers, who is not scared of white people, who doesn't worship the establishment, who calls a spade a spade. That is the only way Africa will be respected. This